So last episode you saw we were talking about the Trades of Hope. Well, we're actually going to get a little bit more into detail just for anyone who is actually looking for information on the program, because I think it's a wonderful program.
Thank you, Jen, for letting me be here and talk about Trades of Hope. We are a... What are you doing?
That was mine, right? Go ahead.
We are a missional-based company. It started right here in Palm Coast, Florida. My pastor's wife, Holly Wade, is one of the founders, along with Gretchen Hutchins. And yes, what we do is, I'm going to use my little flashcards here. We believe in making things as simple as possible for CEs. CEs is what I am. It's short for Compassionate Entrepreneur. And we like to keep it simple. So in 2010, Trades of Hope was officially began, and so we just celebrated our 5th birthday this past September.
Happy birthday.
And we also just reached 2,000 CEs.
Wow, that's
nationwide.
amazing.
Yes, so we are definitely growing. More and more people are catching and understanding the mission of Trades of Hope. So what is Trades of Hope? Again, it's a missional business. And the founders started it because they wanted, or they believe that all women should be empowered to have the chance to better their own lives. Well, we're really hoping that, like I just mentioned, that there are now 2,000 CEs, so if you can imagine what that is doing for women around the world. So what do we do for these women? Okay, well, if you look in front, I only brought a few of our products today. We have lots of different accessories and home decor items. These are all handmade items by women from, or artisans, we call them, our artisan groups from around the world. Right now we partner with groups in 16 different countries.
Wow.
And we have been impacting, so we helped employ over 6,000, even closer to 7,000 women over the past year. And because of that, we've been able to positively affect the lives of over 26,000 people. So we are helping women out of dire circumstances. We, as a CE, I'm providing a market for these women to sell their products. Okay. And in doing so, these women are making a minimum of 6 times more, or on average 6 times more than they would make doing anything else in their country and being able to sell in their own communities. So what's that doing? Well, yes, that gives them, finances to help support themselves and their family, but it's even going further than that. These women are helping to build wells in their communities, so they're providing fresh water for their communities. They're able to help support schools, so they're getting not only their children, but other children in their community education. They're getting access to healthcare. And so it's just, and right here in the United States, we are also providing safe houses for sex trafficked women.
Now, you say communities, like, are we talking like Africa, Jamaica? Like, where exactly are you talking about, like the communities? Like, where?
Yeah, we have different artisan groups all over the world. Like I said, 16 different countries. So, for example, one of our groups in Costa Rica.
Oh, okay.
They are in a highly gang-infested area, and what winds up happening is the culture there. If women make money, or even if the husbands make their money, they'll take it and spend it culturally. They will drink or gamble and whatnot. And so what happens a lot of times, a lot of these families are very poor and destitute. And so, mother has her whole family to feed and support. And a lot of times she'll wind up having to sacrifice her oldest daughter into the sex trade in order to feed the rest of her family. So, for example, one of the wraps I'm wearing, Costa Rica, it's called the honey wrap. So what these are doing is these are rescuing these girls from the sex trade, but also preventing future girls from having to go into the sex trade. So this provides them, again, education, a sense of pride. What mother wants to sell her child. It's not like they want to do this. They feel like they have no other options. We can look at our Star of Haiti. I'll pull this. This is one of our ornaments for Christmas. And it's made by our Haitian artisans. And it's made out of cereal boxes. So these are made out of cereal boxes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they come in sets. A lot of our ornament sets, for example, the Haitian star ornaments, these make great teacher gifts. Or, maybe you have a piano, your child does piano lessons, or your mailman, because these come in sets, and each ornament in the set, so these come in a set of 3. There'll be 3 cards. And your card will tell you how it was made, what artisan group made it, and then what your purchase is helping to fund. So, for example, in Haiti, there's a huge orphan problem, or issue, I should say. And a lot of times, these women are bringing their children, these men and women are bringing these children to the orphanage, not because they want to put their child for adoption. It's not because they don't want them, it's because they can't afford to keep them. In other words, they'd rather give their child to the orphanage than watch them starve. So it really is not, so we have our Haitian artisans and they get employed, and it's kind of like winning the lottery if you get a chance to work for the artisan group there, because there's so many people in need, and we can only, as of right now, we can only employ so many. So that's why it's so important. These really are products and gifts that give twice. So you get something nice for yourself or a gift for somebody else in your family or your circle, but then you're also giving back. So it's not just, you're not just buying something and necessarily lining a big corporation's pocket. Your purchase will actually go immediately to be helping other women and children have access to food and education.
Now, this is the one that we were using today in the recording, and on Wednesday as well. And
this is from India.
This is from, I actually really love this bowl. If anyone wants to get me this for Christmas. I want this.
It's our lotus pedestal bowl.
It's beautiful. And the material is wonderful. I thought it was glass or porcelain when I first saw it, but it's not.
All of our artisans use recycled products. So in a sense, they also are able, they use things that are readily available in their community. For example, this Paisley journal, it's also in India. And if you look closely, all this is hand woven. And inside it's recycled paper, and they press flowers into it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, so it's all recycled paper, and they press, the flowers into it.
Now this one is also like an eye catcher. I love this. This is
that's our
when you're like a hot plate, or the pie.
That's our trivet. It's made out of mahogany. So I just wanted to share a few facts as to kind of why Trades of Hope is so important, and I hope it speaks to your heart and that you understand the mission and what we're trying to do. Globally speaking, 40% of all women make less than $2 a day. In general, women are paid 25 cents to every man's dollar. 70% of those living in poverty around the world are women. And the primary victim of today's wars are not soldiers, they are women and their children. So statistically speaking, why do we target women? We do have male artisans, and we do allow males to be CEs. But the reason why we target women is statistically it has a rippling effect for her family and her community. So when a woman makes money, she won't just keep it to herself. She's going to help her children, help her family, help her distant cousin, and it goes into the community as well. We do something called Gifts of Hope. And what that means is Trades of Hope as a company, we donate roughly 10% of our profits to an organization that helps to better women's lives. So this year, Gifts of Hope, we are focused on two houses, one in Costa Rica, I believe, and one in California. And it's to help women out of the sex trade industry. So it's providing safe houses for them. But each product, again, that's really unique is that each product we have tells a story. Okay, so there's a story that goes with all of these products. So for example, if you wanted to purchase one of our Cambodian products, and what I like about the website, if you were to check the website, Jenn will post that later, but all of our products you can look by country. So let's say Cambodia. So one of our Gifts of Hope story is a woman named Ya in Cambodia. And Trades of Hope donated sewing machines to Ya. What we're finding in Cambodia is a lot of women are experiencing acid attacks. What's an acid attack? Well, it can happen for any reason, but literally somebody that you don't know, or even if you do know, will randomly just come and, it could be a public place or whatnot, and they'll just throw a container of acid on you. So this happened to Ya. One day she was, in the marketplace, and someone flung a container of acid at her face. And this is what she said. She says, "It burned my face and ran down my body. The excruciating, extensive burns threatened to take my life for months. And since then I have had to endure numerous surgeries to attempt to remake my features and face to be normal again. I now have to live with the scarring of my face and body, and also with the scarring on my heart. I have been the subject of mockery, hatred, rejection, and curiosity." Because you can imagine, once you've had acid, it kind of, as she's describing, it disfigures and disforms your features. And so you become an outcast of your society, or ridiculed, or laughed at, etc. but she is rarely the subject of compassion or help. I am gradually trying to rebuild my life and to make a future for myself, but the only thing that gives me the courage to do that is that I know that I am not alone and that I may be able to do something to help others. I am starting this small business to make goods by hand so that other women in my condition can earn their own living in safety and some measure of self-respect. So, as you can see, all these women will have these stories, and that's what I actually love about Trades of Hope is we're a missional business, and we're giving a minimum of 10% of our profits away.
And what am I wearing?
You are wearing one of our most popular scarves. It's our Nepali aqua scarf.
I really like this scarf.
A lot of our scarves are very lightweight.
Christmas red.
It is very nice.
And you can wear scarves. We have videos on the website too. You can show you how to
Switcheroo and put it everywhere and do all that
Yeah.
other stuff.
I'm going to talk to you really quick about 3 different ways that you can help. One of the things you can do is you can shop. So you can go online and you can shop and your purchases help. Another thing you could do is you could host. And what entails hosting a Trades of Hope party? We could do it like this. We can have some coffee. We can have a couple of friends sitting here just chatting over pie. You can do it like that. You can hold a bigger event in your house. We keep it very simple. I would come. We keep the party about an hour. I would come. I'd use my flashcards to talk to everybody, answer any questions, and then we can shop. And the third way you can do it is you can become a CE yourself, or a compassionate entrepreneur, and that will double the effects of spreading the message.
All right, we have our little photo bomber from last week's episode. This is my daughter Faith. And go ahead, keep going.
Jen was saying we're going to hold off putting it on the picture, but I think it's important to understand that the founders of our company brought on their 2 oldest daughters at the really young ages, I believe 14, 15, because they wanted to show girls, no matter your age, that you can have an impact on this world, and it doesn't matter your age, right? So when we let girls know about what's happening around the world, I mean, we're very blessed in America, but even right here in our own backyard, huge sex trafficking industry. But I just wanted to talk to your heart for a minute. So if you feel like Trades of Hope is pulling on your heartstrings, again, there are 3 ways to help: shop, host, or join. It is a really fantastic time to join. We are a new young company, and so you would just be irreplaceable and so important in helping to spread this message of hope. And our holidays are right around the corner. We only have 10 Fridays until Christmas. Don't want to freak anybody out, but 10 Fridays till Christmas. And so if you are going to be shopping this Christmas, I guarantee you probably have at least one thing for somebody on your list. And remember that would be a gift that not only gives twice, but brings hope to people around the world.